So I wanted to give everyone an update on how the modular chassis system is progressing. One of the main bits of feedback that I got from people is that the polished brass part is just too expensive. Yeah, Shapeways does charge quite a bit for that material. So I started working on trying to find a way to design the part so that the lower tolerances of the steel material would work out. So this is an example that I got from Shapeways today of the, I got polished nickel plated steel, and like I said, the tolerances aren't so good. So it took quite a bit of sanding, probably an hour and a half of sanding with a Dremel, and then another 2 hours of sanding by hand. But I'm pretty happy with how it came out, and it's significantly cheaper. So that's a huge plus. So I just kind of weathered it because I want this one to be an option that I have for myself to have, you know, a clean, my polished brass one will be the clean version, and this can be my weathered version. But yeah, so sanding the inside took quite a while, and then again sanding the outside. But it is definitely doable if you have the patience and the right tools, and it's significantly cheaper. So that's on my Shapeways store now, so you can order that if that's your preference. And something else that I wanted to talk about is I've been working on a chassis for the Creppy Uncle. So this is a Creppy Uncle, and I've got a prototype ready. So I've been wanting to do this for a while. So we can switch our module out of the Graflex, and I'll kind of show you the solution that I've come up with to fit with the Creppy Uncle. So I've got a different speaker pod that sits on like that, and this Creppy Uncle hilt is designed really well. I really enjoy it. So anyway, so the connector's in there. It's going to slide in. There we go. I saw were the eyes of a frightened boy whose master had failed him. So it makes a connection. Get it in there just a little bit more. I made a little connector on the inside of the pommel that grabs onto the speaker, and it's going to push the chassis in the rest of the way. And there we go. When you're ready to take it out, you unscrew the pommel. You can get the pommel all the way off, but what you want to do is twist it just slightly and then pull. And what's going on is this special speaker pod for the Creppy Uncle has a slot there that the inside of the pommel can go over, and then twist so it can screw in, and then when you're ready to take it out, you just make sure you're not in that slot and you can pull it out. So that's how that works. And then I've also designed this so that the top half is removable. So this is just a prototype that I printed at home. I want to make a couple of changes. It was a little bit fiddly to install, so I've made a couple of revisions, and then I want to get the parts back from Shapeways and just confirm that all the different pieces fit well from Shapeways, and then once I've got something that I'm happy with, I'll put that on the store, and then I'll show you on my screen here. Planning on offering two different versions, the economy version that's all plastic and nice and easy to install, and then this top sort of decorative part can be plastic or metal if you want to get something just a little bit fancier. And then another version that is crystal, or has a crystal chamber and can be printed in metal, and in this case it's going to have space for a crystal chamber, space for a plasma gate. It'll be a little bit more challenging to install because you're not going to have a lot of room to put the wires in there. But again, there'll be solutions for holding all of the NeoPixel connectors in place, a solution for holding the switches and the LEDs in the control box, and then the speaker with the slot that aids in removing the module and the pommel insert that mates with this speaker and allows you to screw in the pommel but still remove the chassis. So like I said, the prototype's done. I'm still working on a couple of revisions to make it easier to install, and then when I get parts back from Shapeways and can confirm they all fit well, I'll put that up on my store. And the other thing, the last bit of news, is I was able to secure one of these today, this amazing hilt by KR, Cal, and One Replicas. So whenever I end up getting this, I'm going to do my very best to design a connector for this so that the modular chassis unit works with this hilt as well. And that's really been a goal of mine, is to get each of these three hilts powered by one module. And then, in addition to that, my modular hilt system sabers and my Saber Forge ASP sabers are all being powered by one thing. So again, thanks for all your guys' support, and talk to you later.